In this lesson, we're going to be looking at the new ES6 arrow format for functions. So it's a shorthand way of writing functions. And I did want to expose you to this. It's available in most of the browsers, are going to be compatible with ES6, and some of the older browsers may not be, so always keep that in mind when you are using the newer format. So this is an example of how to write the function expression, and the format is the same thing. So this is the one that we've got it up here at the top. And then down here, we've got this short arrow format for functions. So notice that the word function is gone. All we have is the rounded brackets. We're still able to pass in arguments and parameters. And then we've got this equal sign and the greater than sign. And then what we're returning back is the x times 5. So this is how we can write the function, and the output is going to be the same thing. So if you were to test this out, you're able to see that it outputs it within the same format. So there's also a really great resource, which is the Babel.js.io online, and this gives you the ability to convert JavaScript code to older versions. So if you did want to check that out, it's always a really good resource to check out and to get more familiar with. So if you do want to make your JavaScript code more compatible or older compatible, you can copy it in here and have it rendered out into the older format. So if you were to take our example where we've got var, or we're going to do the new version where we've got const test 11, and then the equal sign, we're passing in the argument. What we're doing is we're taking the value of x and we're multiplying it by 5 to return a value. Right away, it's already showing us that example. So this is how it would have been written within the older versions of JavaScript. So we've got a bunch of presets here, and we can convert it to different versions of JavaScript. So really handy resource, especially when you may want to make your content more backwards compatible. So I do suggest that you do try that one out. So in order to write the arrow functions, the format, you need to declare the variable, of course, and give it a name of the function in order so that you can invoke it later on, that you can connect to it later on. You also need to define the body within the curly brackets. So just as any other function, the way that it works is that we have the body of the function within the curly brackets. So the challenge for this lesson is to convert one of the earlier functions that we used in the course to the newer format with the arrow function format. So you can take any one of the functions, and we've had plenty of examples. You can go back or you can create your own as a sample. Select any function you want, try it out, and get familiar with it. Go ahead, pause the video, and we'll walk you through a solution coming up. So opening up the editor, and the way that we've been writing them before. So we're passing in an argument. We can use x as well. And in this case, we're going to return x, multiply it by 10. And we'll output it into the console. So we'll take that variable, that function test, pass it into and output it into the console. So we get back 900. So that worked. Now let's convert this into the arrow format where we've got test. We can call it test2. So this is taking in the same thing. So the format is the same, where we're taking in the argument, assigning it a value of x to declare it. And then we're simply taking that value back and we're returning it back by 10. And we're going to pass that into test2, do a quick refresh, and we do get the same value. So it works the same way. So this is a great example of how you can start working with the arrow format and become more familiar with it.